more than anything, I'm just really happy for him, that he's got some momentum going, and it's great to see him out on the floor.
Do you know any plans yet for a 5-on-5 setting, or is that still TBD?
To be determined, yeah.
Okay.
I think we might have asked you this the other day or a couple days ago, so I apologize if we did, but I'm just curious about Belly's back. Have the spasming stopped? That was
yeah, he's doing a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So possible to see him when you guys get back?
Possible tomorrow.
Right.
That he can play. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Let's see if there's like one person on.
Do we have? Is the only one on there? Chris, was it?
Oh, Q wanted me to ask you who your favorite other coach is on the staff, by the way.
Who
Q?
Q?
Yeah, I told him we were asking questions, and he asked me to ask you that. So.
Not answering the question.
Okay, Kerr, did you have anything? They didn't have any questions here left.
Sure. Yes, please. Steve, you were named to that top 15 all-time coaches list. Congratulations. When you took this Warriors job, you had no head coaching experience. And we all know about your playing career, your time in the front office, even as a broadcaster. But did you have any moments of self-doubt or wonder what the job would be like when you took the Warriors gig?
You were named one of the top 15 coaches. You weren't a coach before you became a head coach these last 7 years ago. What was that process like for you becoming a head coach? And did you ever think you'd reach this level?
The self-doubt moments. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking to see my name on that list. I played for 3 of those guys on the list, and it's always strange to see your name next to some people you played for, because you don't necessarily look at your own coaches as peers. So it was very humbling. And an incredible honor to see my name on that list. But I also know it's a direct result of having incredible talent on our roster. And I think if you look at that list, pretty much every coach would agree that, the reason they're on there is because they were blessed with great talent and then were able to have success. So I didn't anticipate that. I got into coaching late, and knew it was something I wanted to do, but was kind of waiting till my kids grew up and were out of the house before I got into it. So my main thought is just how lucky I was to land with the Warriors in my first coaching job.
To follow up, please, Steve, why did you want to become a head coach?
I always loved being on the court. When I was a GM, I did not enjoy it, but I loved the competition, and I wanted to be with the players, on the court, in the action, rather than upstairs. And so I always sort of thought, when I was playing, actually, I thought I'd want to coach. It just seemed like something that I would enjoy, and it always attracted me. It just, my life didn't allow for it, just with family and where I was in my life. So once it became a possibility, it was it made perfect sense for me.
Thank you.
Steve, the broadcast tonight is run all by women, full production crew, everybody on air. What's your reaction to that? It's the first time ever.
I think it's great. I think, I know some of the people involved, and just to be part of it is exciting. To understand what's happening is exciting. I think it's important. And I'm really excited for the league and for all the women involved. I say this only half joking, but I've often thought women should run the world. And like I said, I'm half joking. If you think about some of the things that go on, in the world. And then you see some of the female leaders of governments, there's I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's there's a I don't know. I feel like there's something missing from our world because of the dominance of sort of this male bravado, and I love female empowerment because I think it brings an element that is that involves more humanity. Maybe that's a rash generalization, but it's how I feel.
Steve, I know you probably maybe touched on this, but Kevon Looney playing every single game this season. To you, is that one of the most amazing stats to come out of the season?
It's probably my favorite stat of the season. You know, Loon has always been a favorite in our organization for so many people based on who he is. And the last couple of years were really tough on him health-wise. So to see him healthy, playing night in and night out, brings everybody a lot of joy.
Any more word on Andre? Is back?
No, nothing to report.
Any possibility of tomorrow?
No, he won't play. Yeah.
You've been elite defensively despite missing some guys and some injuries over the last 12, 15 games. What do you attribute that to?
I think the continuity of what we've had here for a long time has allowed us to kind of stay in our system, in our style. Even without Draymond, we've been able to survive. We haven't been as good, for sure, without Draymond, but we've held up pretty well, and that's all you can ask. I think it's similar to the Jazz, still being number one in offense despite all the injuries to Gobert and Mitchell. It's when you have continuity, when you have a group of players who've been together for a while and coaching staff, I think you can rely on that continuity to carry you through some adversity, and I think that's what's happened with our defense.
Another one on Zoom. Chris Alvarez, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Exactly a month ago today, Clay made his comeback. What's impressed you or surprised you about Clay in his first month back?
I don't think anything has surprised me, but I would say a month in, we couldn't be happier with his development, his improvement over that time, conditioning, rhythm-wise, his comfort level, his patience. I think he looks every bit as good as he ever has, honestly. He's still has a little more time to go before we can get him up to the 34, 35 minute mark, but he looks fantastic, and it's really exciting.
Who's starting in place of him?
Jordan. Yeah.
I had one random one for you.
Yeah.
Did you and Quinn ever play each other in high school?
No, but in college we did.
Okay, but not till college. I mean, you're both West Coast elite guards. I thought maybe because the travel wasn't quite the same.
He was elite. I was not elite in high school. I think he was a year after me. I think he was 84. I was 83. He was McDonald's All-American. I was not. So he was playing at tournaments where I was not. So, but we did play each other in college. Had a great game at McHale Center. I think it would have been 1987. And I don't think it went overtime, but it was a phenomenal game. We were both top five, and it was a fantastic game. And then we both lost in the Final Four in 88 on opposite sides of the bracket.
Is that Seattle?
No, that was Kansas City. Yeah. And we may or may not have ended up having a few drinks together to drown our sorrows with Danny Ferry and some unnamed others on Sunday night before the championship game that we had been knocked out of.
That's awesome.
Can't be confirmed or
My friend Dave Seeger was not invited to
Wow, low blow.
Low blow.